Have you ever wondered how the universe treats you? Does it support you or hinder your desires? Imagine that it directly depends on how you manage your own thoughts and emotions. In this video, we'll talk about how Stoic philosophy and the law of attraction can change your life. Yes, that's right. Ancient wisdom actually has a lot to do with what you attract into your reality. Think of your thoughts as a garden you are tending. Whether you sow positive or negative seeds, they will bear fruit in your life. If you sow doubt and fear, don't be surprised to reap worries and problems. But if you tend a garden of confidence and positive thinking, the universe will bring you a harvest of opportunities. It is not magic, it is natural law. Stoic philosophy teaches that we cannot control what happens around us, but it is in our hands to control our own reaction to it. Are you ready to be the gardener of your own destiny? It all starts here, in your mind. Let this video be the first step to living the life you dream of. Before we get started, if you like this content, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss the new stuff. Watch every lesson because among them could be the key to transforming your life. Let us get started. Have you ever considered that your thoughts and emotions are the rudder that steers your life? This may sound like philosophy, but imagine your mind is a garden. If you sow negative thoughts and constantly feed them, your garden will quickly become overgrown with weeds. Conversely, if you tend positive attitudes, your life will blossom. If you imagine you are the director of a movie, the focus of your thoughts will become the script. The constant expectation of failure, self-doubt, and fear of criticism, do you think these will affect the outcome? Stoics say it directly affects what we attract into our lives. A negative mindset creates a distorted reality, and it is as if the universe is confirming, this is what you wanted, just so there is no misunderstanding. I am not saying that just thinking about a beautiful life is enough and everything will suddenly change for the better. The law of attraction is not a magic wand, but a way to focus on what really matters and take real steps towards your goals. Think of your thoughts and emotions as a compass. If it points in the direction of your true goals, you are likely to arrive at them. But if you are constantly changing course, it is no wonder you can lose your way. Try watching your thoughts and feelings like a radar gun that shows you where you are going. Are you crossing a sea of complaints and criticism? Or maybe you are swimming in the calm waters of gratitude and positivity. Becoming aware of your mental habits is the first step to changing direction. If you notice yourself sinking into negative thoughts, it is time to turn the wheel. Instead of thinking about what could go wrong, focus on what you can do to improve your situation. If you are worried about your health, don't complain about the unchangeable, but think about steps that will help you get closer to your goals. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we can't control everything that happens, but we can choose how to respond to it. While it is not in our power to control every aspect of life, we can direct our thoughts and emotions. So if you find yourself in a storm of negative thoughts, remember that you can adjust the sails and change course. Your thoughts and emotions are the tools you use to build your life. By changing them, you can create a strong and harmonious inner space. Stoics teach that true power lies in the ability to control your thoughts and emotions. for it is they that shape your destiny. If you want to realize your dreams, it is important to focus on them clearly and precisely. It is not like you can create a detailed work of art with a dull pencil. So too, the law of attraction works when desires are clear and specific. Each of us has something to aspire to, new goals, skills, better emotional health. But if your desire is vague, like I want to change something, the path will be uncertain. The law of attraction requires clarity. The more specific you make your desires, the more realistic their realization becomes. Imagine you want to move to another city. If your wish sounds simply as I want to move, don't be surprised if the universe sends you to an unpredictable place, from a remote village to a bustling metropolis. Accurately articulating your desires is the key to a direction that will lead you to meaningful change. If you describe your goal in detail, for example, to move to a city with a warm climate, an active social life, and career opportunities, your visualization will become clear and specific. This will help you attract exactly what you really want instead of relying on chance. Saying I want to learn a language is too abstract. Like saying I want to read a book without specifying which one. But if your goal is to learn French so you can go to Paris and interact with the locals and enjoy the culture, then you create a clearer picture. Imagine yourself speaking fluent French and enjoying socializing during your trip. This will give your goal more meaning and help attract the opportunities you need. The same principle applies to new skills. Saying I want to learn something new is not as effective as setting a clear goal. Learn to play guitar in 6 months by practicing for an hour every day. A clear goal turns into a strategy rather than remaining just a vague desire. First, define what you really want. Write down your goals. Visualize them as if you've already achieved them. It is not just about the desire itself, it is about making sure you are on your way to realizing it. Clarity of goals is the key to triggering the law of attraction. Define your goals with precision and the universe will respond with the same clarity. Have you ever wondered why dreams seem so out of reach? Like trying to climb a mountain without equipment. Faith and beliefs are the tools necessary to achieve dreams. Without them, any endeavor seems difficult. It takes faith to keep dreams alive. Without it, it is like trying to start a fire with wet wood. The law of attraction states that faith plays a key role. If you don't believe in your goal, it is like trying to listen to music without turning on an instrument or searching for a treasure without a map. Lack of belief is a major barrier to your dreams. You don't have to wait for a miracle to replace negative beliefs with positive ones. Find examples of people who have achieved what you want to achieve. You don't have to copy them, but it will give you confidence that your goals are possible. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your endeavors. It is like a team that pushes you forward. Maintain an optimistic attitude, especially in the face of adversity. Life can be unpredictable, but with a positive mindset, every challenge will be a step toward your goal. Stoic philosophy reminds us to focus on our reactions rather than external circumstances. Meet challenges with determination, turning doubt into confidence. Faith and conviction are the keys that unlock the path to your dreams. Surround yourself with supportive people and always keep a positive attitude. You'll be surprised how close you came to achieving your goals when you take this as your guide. As Gandhi said, faith is the first step to any goal. While doubt hinders progress, we often hear about the importance of gratitude. It is discussed at conferences and on social media. But have you ever wondered why it is so important? The universe seems to be telling us, be grateful, and more good things will come into your life. You may not get everything you want, but you are sure to get what you really need. Let us break down why it works that way. Thanking can be different. It can be a simple thank you, but when you express gratitude from the heart, it has a special impact on people and the world around you. Imagine you are in a cafe and you can complain about the delay in ordering, or, on the contrary, you can thank the staff for their diligence. If you choose the second option, you might be offered a drink or a discount as a token of appreciation. When you have a good attitude, you attract positivity in return. If you constantly complain that the fire isn't warm enough, it will eventually go out. But if you keep it going by adding wood with gratitude, the fire will rekindle and keep you warm. By appreciating what you already have, you are sending a clear message to the universe: I am ready for more. Applying gratitude in your life is simple. You just need to give it time and attention. Take a few minutes each day to think about what you have and express gratitude for it. It doesn't have to be something grand. Give thanks for the comfort of your bed or the pleasure of your favorite meal. Try starting a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. It is like creating your own treasure list. Instead of just saying, I am grateful for my home, try being specific. I am grateful for the peace of mind I feel in my home. Details make gratitude more real. You can find reasons to be grateful on difficult days, too. Your train may have been late, but you were able to read an interesting book while you waited. It is like an umbrella on a rainy day. It doesn't stop the rain, but it makes it easier to bear. Gratitude is not just a pretty word. It is a force that transforms you and your perception of the world. When you appreciate what you have, your mood improves and you open the door to new possibilities. In times when negative thoughts overwhelm you, remember that gratitude multiplies blessings. As Marcus Aurelius said, if you can appreciate what you have, you'll never be satisfied with what you get. The power of action is the real driver of any change. The law of attraction teaches that positive thinking attracts what you want. However, visualization alone is not enough to achieve goals. Dreams don't magically come true. They are based on inspired action. Think of the law of attraction as a game of chess. You can strategize all you want, but without the first move, the game won't start. Inspired action is like the first move that launches your strategy and leads to victory. Let us look at this with a career example. You don't get promoted by just sitting at your desk and expecting someone to notice your accomplishments. You need to learn new skills, take initiative, and show your value. Inspired action is the momentum that propels you to success. Think about training for a marathon. It is not enough to visualize crossing the finish line. You have to train, tweak your regimen, and get out for a run every day. Yes, It takes effort, but it has actions that led to results, not just thoughts and dreams. Start with small steps. Each such step is like a piece of a puzzle that will eventually add up to a complete picture of your goal. Don't expect immediate results. Consistency is just as important as the effort itself. Act with energy and inspiration, listening to your true desires. Find what truly attracts you and gives you meaning. It is not just about fulfilling someone else's expectations. It is about choosing your goals consciously and with confidence. The most important thing is to not give up. Patience is important, but perseverance will help you stay on track, even when results aren't immediately visible. Every action, however small, is a step forward that brings you closer to your goal. Stoic philosophy teaches us that perseverance and willpower are essential elements of success. So remember, the law of attraction only works in conjunction with concrete action. Inspired action is not just a pretty expression, it is the bridge that connects your dreams with reality. If you want change, it is time to stop just dreaming and start acting. It is not as hard as it seems, just start with a little effort and have patience. The real magic doesn't happen through the law of attraction, but through the steps you take to achieve your goals. Do you ever feel like you're creating obstacles for yourself? Perhaps you've noticed that you sometimes sabotage your own efforts. Self-sabotage is like a voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough or that success is not for you. These thoughts can block the path to your dreams, and maybe that includes you. Self-sabotage is like a compulsive whispering that you won't be able to achieve a goal or that you're not worthy of success. But it is worth looking at it as a scenario that you can change. The first step is to recognize the problem. Identify the thoughts that are slowing you down, like discovering a leak in your roof to fix it. Stoicism can help here. While we can't control everything around us, we can control how we react. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you let the weeds of fear and doubt grow, they choke out your efforts and opportunities. But if you plant the seeds of confidence and determination, achievement and fulfillment will begin to blossom. It won't happen instantly, but every positive step brings you closer to the life you want. Working on your self-esteem is a process that you led from within. Self-confidence does not come from external approval, but from believing in your own strengths and abilities. Don't seek outside recognition. Seek to believe in yourself and your abilities. Every accomplishment begins with thoughts of self. The law of attraction, which states that we attract what we think about, requires not just positive desires, but getting rid of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is like a compass deflection. It takes us off the right course. Overcoming these mental barriers helps us find direction toward our goals. It is not about changing the sea around us, it is about setting the ship right. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, we become what we think about. This means that change begins in our minds. Imagine yourself as an antenna sending signals out into the universe. Everything around us is energy, and we, like a radio, are transmitting certain waves. The higher our vibration, the more positive our thoughts and feelings, the better we attract into our lives. When we feel gratitude and joy, our energy is high, It acts like a cheerful melody that energizes everyone with positivity and attracts new happy moments. But if we wallow in negativity, it acts like we broadcasting a sad song that undermines the mood and attracts difficulties. The universe picks up the low-frequency signals and seems to return the same. To change the energy, pay attention to what brings joy. Simple things, taking a walk, creating, cooking, seeing loved ones, raise our frequency and help us shift to the positive. Even a little meditation or deep breathing can refocus your energy. Stoics teach we can decontrol what happens, but we can choose to react. This means it is important to be aware of and in control of the energy we emit. Even if the universe doesn't always respond the way we expect, maintaining a positive attitude guarantees a more satisfying life experience. Positive energy is the key to a life of meaning and joy. Don't ignore negative feelings, but don't let them become your reality. Remember, everything starts in your mind, and it is you who can choose which thoughts and feelings become the foundation of your life. Resistance is the invisible barrier we create for ourselves when we approach important changes. It acts like an invisible voice that stops us from progressing, whispering, "You can't do it." It acts an inner guardian that ostensibly tries to protect us from failure, but in reality only prevents us from moving forward. Resistance ends up working like untied shoelaces in a marathon. Each step becomes more difficult and unstable. Our doubts and fears create the walls we put up every time we are afraid of change or unsure of our abilities. Imagine you want to start a new project or get rid of a bad habit, but you only see the difficulties it will bring, like carrying a backpack filled with doubts. To overcome this resistance, it is important to recognize it. Recognize it as a watchdog that follows you. Once you realize it exists, you can control it instead of fighting it. Resistance is the energy of fear and attachment to the familiar. Instead of fighting it, imagine it as leaves carried away by the wind. You don't need to catch them, just let them be and disappear. Imagine your life as a river. Don't try to swim against the current, but learn to adapt and move with it. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what is beyond our control. Instead of fearing change, think about what it can bring. Where there is fluidity, there is growth and success. Where there is resistance, there is stagnation. Patience is an important element that helps us go after our dreams. We live in a world of instant results, but anything of value takes time. Time flies fast when we are enjoying the moment and stretches long when we are waiting for something important. But it is in the process of waiting and patience that we temper our qualities that will help us achieve our goal. Waiting is not inaction, but a conscious movement forward, one step at a time. If you desire change, remember, the law of attraction works in conjunction with patience. By allowing yourself to let go of control and trust the process, you make room for all the new things life brings. Patience is often underestimated, but it is a powerful force necessary to achieve long-term goals. Think of the process like a pie in the oven. If you increase the temperature to finish cooking faster, the pie may burn on the outside and remain raw on the inside. Similarly, Each action must progress at its own pace, or the result may not be desirable. Patience helps us move forward harmoniously while maintaining focus and inner balance. To master the art of patience, trust the process. You can prepare everything you need for your pie and act as precisely as possible. But frequent peaks in the oven won't make it bake any faster. Like the Stoics, focus on what you can control, your efforts and actions, not instant results. One of the best ways to develop patience is to learn to notice and appreciate every step, even if it seems small and insignificant. Each kilometer traveled, each new skill learned, or stage passed is your small victory. The accumulation of such small successes builds inner confidence that lights the way to bigger goals. Like small sparks that ignite a big fire. Don't compare your path to others. Imagine that you are participating in a marathon. Each participant has a different distance and pace. Comparing yourself to others is like trying to run while looking sideways instead of looking forward. By constantly checking against other people as accomplishments, we lose focus and energy. Patience is not just waiting, but waiting with understanding and joy in the process. Like growing a tree, every day you tend it and it grows, but not instantly. When things seem to be going against you, try changing your perspective. Difficulties are not always obstacles. Instead, they can be lessons or even detours leading to new discoveries. In moments when things don't go as planned, stop and reconnect with the present. Feel your surroundings, sense the wind, the smells, the sounds of nature. These pauses help reset your internal compass and set you on the path to your goal. Being mindful in everyday activities, whether it's as cooking or taking a walk, helps you to be in the here and now rather than in the hustle and bustle of worries. Like tuning in a radio, mindfulness removes interference and allows you to tune into positive thinking. Visualization helps you determine your direction by imagining your ultimate goals already achieved. It is not just a thought process, but like an internal GPS that guides you toward your dreams. Sometimes the road can be bumpy, with unexpected twists and turns, but each one is part of your journey. The universe is not an enemy, but a guide that shows you new routes. Instead of fighting what doesn't go according to plan, learn to accept it as an opportunity for growth and new discoveries. Be in harmony with yourself and your path. By channeling your energy and focusing your attention on the present, you begin to realize that each stage is meaningful and brings its own unique experience.